Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today we are going to talk about tough jump shots. Now we won't be needing this cue for this video, but we are going to take out our jump cue. If you don't know, I use a Mez Air Drive jump cue, planning on switching to a Miyuchi jump cue. So let's say we are playing 8-ball, and we have a ball like this. First I'm going to talk about choosing a jump shot or a kick. Now, jump shots, in my opinion, are more accurate in making balls than kick shots. If I can find my cue ball. Here we go. So now we got our full setup. Let's throw an 8-ball out here to show that we're playing 8-ball. Now, jump or kick in this situation. Obviously, we're going to jump. But making this kick shot is a lot less accurate than just jumping over the ball. Because then you leave your opponent, I may miss this because I'm playing with the jump cue, but then you leave your opponent an easy shot like that, and then I can't really play position with the jump cue unless I'm jumping. But then there's an easy position on the 8, and your opponent pretty much wins. Well, if we jump, it's a straight-in jump shot. It's a straight-in jump shot. If our cue ball stops right here or rolls forward, we still have an easy shot on our 8-ball. So, first we're going to talk about just the basics of jumping. Jumping is elevating a cue and hitting down on the cue ball, so it just pops up over another ball. The higher you elevate, the higher the ball will jump, and the shorter distance it'll jump. So if I elevate just a little bit, I'm going to jump over the whole ball. I'm not going to be able to hit it. So that is a major part. You're going to have to mess around with your elevation level. But as you see, if I elevate too much, I don't jump over the ball enough. I jump enough to go over the ball, but I don't jump far enough. The distance isn't there. So we're going to have to find a good little middle ground. And we also need to chalk up. Make sure your chalk's up, because if you miscue on a jump shot, I'm going to show you what that looks like here. I'm going to remove all the chalk from my tip. That wasn't a miscue, but you see my cue ball veered off path. Miscue on a jump shot, it looks like that. And then that can mess up your felt if you miscue badly. It can do a lot of bad things. So make sure your chalk's up. And now we're going to go through the basics of aiming your jump shot. So what I do when I'm aiming a jump shot is I look to get down like I am just shooting the shot regularly. So I'll get down and I'll get my feet on the line. So I'll find that ghost ball shooting line. So I know my cue ball needs to contact the 5 right where this 14 is to send it into that pocket. And I know that because anywhere that you hit that 14, the 5 is going in. So my cue ball needs to contact where that 14 was. So what I do is just like regular aiming. I find the line going straight through the 14 in the cue ball. And I extend that line through the table and I put my back right foot on it. Or if you're left-handed, your back left foot. So it'd be like that. And I can't really jump left-handed. But back right foot on it for me and for most people. And then I look like I'm actually shooting it to see if I'm actually on the correct line. And when you put that back right foot on the line, your cue naturally falls right on the line. It naturally will fall right there. And then all you have to do, I think I'm going to shoot a jump combo even though it would make no sense in this situation. What you have to do is just elevate and keep on that same line. So on the line, make sure you stay on that line. Take a few practice strokes, look at it. We're hitting a little bit below the cue ball. We're always going to hit below the cue ball, just because that's just what helps it jump. If you hit center, it won't jump enough. So find a line, look like you're actually shooting, get up, stay on the line, and then the most important part is your follow through. We want to follow through like all the way through the cue ball. Don't go through your felt, because then it'll most likely go up and then it could like just put a giant hole in your felt right there. But you see there, we jumped over, we made the 5 even though it was a combo on the 14. I just didn't feel like getting up and moving it. Now we have a shot on the 8-ball. try to shoot it with a jump cue. I would try to draw it with a jump cue, so don't judge me. Just like that. Except we scratched. No, we didn't. See, that would have been a perfect out if there wasn't a 14 ball right there. But let's move on to a different jump shot. So this next shot is much, much harder than that last one. This is actually a low percentage hit. I mean, a low percentage make, but a high percentage hit, which really determines jump or kick. So I'm going to show you another factor that determines jump or kick, and it's the placement of your next ball. So if this ball is here, and let's say we jump the 14, and we hit the 5. The 5's got a little bit of an angle on it. We hit the 5, our cue ball comes up there, and then we are perfectly fine for our 8 ball. It's like a hanger. Just like that. But let's say if our 8 ball is way back here, our 5 was like that, our cue ball comes, jumps to 14, rolls forward like that. Now look at your shot on the 8 ball. You're going to have to try to avoid a double kiss via a bank. And you never want to shoot a double kiss bank. That's just not a thing that you want to shoot. And if you miss the 8 ball in the game of 8 ball, you're pretty much done. You're pretty much done. So let's just move on with the 8 ball right there. So we got a far, long distance jump shot. Now these are always less accurate in making the ball, but more accurate in hitting the ball. Because it's easier to jump over this ball, but it's hard to get the accuracy to make that ball go in, if that makes any sense. The main thing we need to worry about here is just bouncing, our cue ball bouncing and going over the 5. I'm going to see if I can like simulate that real quick. No, I really couldn't. But I hope you understand what I mean. The biggest fear is bouncing over the 5 ball. Because then we don't hit anything unless it goes off of that rail. Then we don't hit anything and that's a foul. And if your opponent only has 2 balls on the table and you're playing a ball in hand match, then all he has to do is just boom, boom, 8. So we're going to go through the same steps to pot this 5. We are going to get down. Notice it's not the same shot as before. We're going to get down like we're just going to make the 5. And then we're going to elevate our cue up, stay on the same line, look, and then honestly with this shot we're trying to get as good as a hit on the 5 as we can. And this is another reason why we chose jump in this situation. Because if you just hit this, and your cue ball goes over here, your opponent has a tough shot on the 12, tough position on the 14 because the 8 blocks the pocket. So this is honestly a good thing if you hit it. I'm trying to like make sense here and explain it in simplest terms, but it's a two-way shot if you know what that means. So if I make it, I got a shot on the 8. If I miss it, my opponent has a tough shot. So that's another reason why we choose jump over kick. So this is a very tough shot, and I'm just going to show it to you now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button right next to it. That just sends you emails and notifications just saying that I've uploaded a new video. If you guys are interested in improving your game, I'd like to introduce you to a product called the IQ Training Ball. If you are new to the channel, you haven't heard of it, but if you're not new, you definitely heard me talk about the IQ Training Ball. This is a great tool. I cannot stress that to you enough. It's helped thousands of people just improve their game. So what it does is when you hit it, a little chalk mark is left on the ball. A little circle chalk mark is left on the face of the ball. And as you see, the ball has many markings on it. So if you think you're hitting center, but you find that your shots are kind of veering off, you may want to use the IQ Training Ball to hit and see if you're actually hitting center. Because a lot of people think they're aiming at a point, but they're actually aiming at a totally different point. Because when I first started, I thought I was hitting the center of the cue ball, but I was actually hitting low right on the cue ball. And that totally throws off pretty much every shot. So if you'd like to order the IQ training ball, you can go to www.iqclinic.com. That's ICUECLINIC.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 30,000 subscribers and almost 31,000 subscribers. And I will see you in the next video.